Goodness, our waiting room is empty.
Well, very good. Welcome and thank you for being here today. I will call us to order. If you are a guest to the meeting, please email rsvp@georgiacourts.gov so that we have a record for the minutes. This meeting is being recorded, as it just told you, and live streamed and is open to the press and the public. During any voting items, we will call for opposition only. And not that we really need this reminder 6 years into using Zoom. Please mute your devices when you're not talking and unmute your devices when you are talking. Um, and with that, I have a Judicial Council oath to administer to Judge Matthew Hubie from the First Judicial Administrative District. So, Judge, if you would listen to this oath, and when we get to the end, if you agree with it, say I do. I do swear or affirm that I will faithfully and impartially discharge and perform all the duties incumbent on me as a member of the Judicial Council of Georgia, according to the best of my ability and understanding. That as a member of the Judicial Council, I will endeavor to improve the administration of justice in this state for the benefit of the public as well as the bench and the bar. That I will strive to improve the judicial system of this state as a whole, as well as in its parts, and that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Georgia. So help me God.
I do.
Well, thank you very much. Congratulations and welcome.
Thank
Um,
you.
and and with that, Director Clanton, would you call the roll call? And I believe you are on mute. Cynthia, I think you're muted.
Oh, it is Friday the 13th, Chief.
Well, there you go.
Resigning Justice Warren. Chief
Here.
Judge Brown. Vice Chief Gobeil. Judge Hamrick.
Good morning. I'm here.
Judge Hightower. Good morning. I see you.
Good morning. I'm here.
Judge Whitaker.
I'm here, thank you.
Judge Hubie.
Present.
Chief Judge Ernest. Glad you could join us.
I'm here. Thank you. Good to see y'all.
Judge Godfrey. Chief Judge Morris.
Present.
Chief Judge Glanville.
Here. Good morning.
Good morning. Chief Judge Wilson.
Judge Wilson is listening. He can't respond, but he is listening, Ms. Clanton.
Great. Chief Judge Hughes. Chief Judge Deal, I saw you on there.
Present.
Chief Judge Jolly. I see you. Chief Judge Sapp.
I'm here. Thank you.
Judge Edline. Chief Judge Harrison.
Present.
Judge Poston. Judge Chastain.
Good morning. I'm here.
Great. Judge Patty Walters Lane.
I'm here too, thank you.
Chief Judge, Judge Anderson. Are you with us today for Chief Judge Nathan Gratham?
I am. Good morning.
Excellent. Excellent. Chief Judge Rhodes.
I'm here this morning. Thank you.
Good to see you. Chief Judge Cowan. Chief Judge Quadra.
Good morning. I'm here.
Excellent. And Chris Twyman, the president of the state bar. One, two. We've got a quorum, Chief.
Thank you very much. And with that, let's move on to the Pledge of Allegiance. Judge Hightower.
All right, Miss Alice, if you'd help me. All right, if you're able, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Good, Miss Alice. All right. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Judge. And with that, we'll move to the approval of the minutes, which should be at tab 1 of your materials. Is there any objection to approval of the minutes? Seeing no objection. And in the chat, Tracy has updated the members who are present. So seeing no objection, the minutes are approved. Item 5, this is just a very brief conversation. We have had over the last couple of years several weather emergencies that have required time-sensitive emergency orders under high periods of uncertainty as to what impacts were going to be on courts. From Helene to the more recent ice storm that particularly impacted Northeast Georgia, but had looked like it might impact more broadly. And when things like that happen, we always scramble really quickly to try and figure out what needs to happen. And it occurs to me that there have been some recurring issues with that and this is an issue really just given the nature of the judicial emergency statute. It's really just Supreme Court, Court of Appeals, and Chief Superior Court judges, because those are the folks who issue emergency orders. But I'm going to put together between now and the next Judicial Council meeting just a small working group to put together sort of a list of best practices, maybe a checklist of items to consider in the future, and maybe some just draft forms that'll be ready to go so that when chief judges are under the gun on something like this, they don't have to be trying to be, reinventing the wheel. Any questions or comments on that before we move on? That's not an action item. That's just, I want to let you all know that's a direction that I am headed. Questions or comments? All right. Seeing none, we'll move on to Judicial Council Committee reports, and we'll begin with Presiding Judge Justice Warren and the Legislation Committee.
Thank you, Chief, and good morning, everyone. We do not have a written report, so I'll just give a brief update on our legislative session. That starts off by noting that yesterday was Legislative Day 18. Crossover Day will be on Friday, March 6th, and Sine Die will be on Thursday, April 3rd. The council has previously voted to support 4 initiatives. I'll walk through those, and if you are the representative on the council who has been carrying water on some of these bills, I may call on you to see if there's anything else you want to add. We'll start with HB 1042. That's sections 3 and 4 on judicial security updates. That's sponsored by Representative Matt Reeves, and this provides updates for the process for restricting judges' PII. That passed House Judiciary on Monday of this week. Then we have HR 251. That's the nonpartisan election for probate judges, a constitutional amendment. The Council of Probate Court Judges has done a lot of work on this, and it passed the House this Wednesday and has crossed over to the Senate. I wanted to see if Judge Chastain had anything additional to add on that one.
Good morning. Nothing really additional other than we're very thankful for all the help we've received from all of you to try to get this out of the House, and we're proud that we're there today. So thank you.
Very good. All right, stay close because I'm calling on you next as well. We've got HB 530, that's electronic filing in probate courts. This is pending in Senate Judiciary, and Judge Chastain, anything to note there?
Nothing's really changed. We've got the language where they want it. We just got to get it back in front of them, and they're telling us it may be after crossover day before they take that up.
Okay, thank you for the update.
Yes,
The
ma'am.
final bill that we had voted on to support as a council is HB 132 that creates the Office of Senior Municipal Court Judge. This is pending in House Judiciary, and it's also part of the current version of HB 304, which is pending in Senate Judiciary. Chief Judge Cowan, is there anything you want to add on that one?
Chief Judge Cowan is not here. This is Chief Judge Norman Quadra. Nothing, we just appreciate the support, and I believe it's Matt Reeves that is supporting us in that bill. But thank you.
Thank you, Chief Judge Quadro. We appreciate it. That wraps up the specific bills that we had already voted on as a committee. We are continuing to meet as a group weekly on Fridays. We'll be doing that even after the Judicial Council meeting today. We continue to ask everyone to share information, to keep us updated on legislative initiatives. Even if something seems to only affect one class of court, there are often ripple effects. And so it's important for us to be aware so that we can speak as one voice as the Judicial Council. If things come up and you need to make somebody aware, please let me know. Please let Tracy Mason know. And you're always welcome to call me or text me on my cell phone. And we're always happy to reach out and coordinate as it will be helpful to you. That's all I have, Chief.
Well, thank you very much, Presiding Justice, and it was definitely a successful week, and congratulations, especially to the probate judges, and we look forward to continuing to work to move that constitutional amendment forward. Now we'll move on to the Budget Committee. Justice Bethel.
Thank you, Chief. You should have in your materials the report that will look familiar to everybody who looked at it from January, because from a substance standpoint, there's not a whole lot to report yet in the budgeting process, but it is a process report. And so the House has passed the amended 26 budget, and the Senate appears to be sort of closing in on finishing their work on the amended 26 budget. I would expect that that'll wrap up here in the next few days. And then several of us had the opportunity to present to the House Subcommittee of Appropriations for the Judiciary yesterday afternoon as they turn to fiscal year 27. And so that work is obviously underway, and I expect the House will have it on the floor. They've worked out whatever timeline agreement they have with the Senate, but they'll have it on the floor before crossover hits. And so we will watch that and see what action is there. If you have any questions about the budget process, please feel free to reach out to me, or probably better, Andrew Zoll, because he's my expert. But we'll try to help you understand any questions you have about the process as it goes forward. And the big pieces will start to come into shape over the next couple of weeks. Thanks, Chief.
Thank you, Justice. Any questions for Justice Bethel? All right, moving on. Judicial Security Committee, Justice LaGrua.
Good morning, Chief. Thank you. I'll keep my report brief. We met with the Sheriff's Association in January, had a great meeting with them to start talking about working on communication between sheriffs and judges as it relates to security. The one thing the sheriffs asked specifically was if judges could make sure they notify the sheriff's department if there is a case where there is a potential security issue involved. We are continuing to talk both with the judges and the sheriff's departments and law enforcement about tracking threats so that we can come up to the federal standard of knowing when we have threats. I'll ask Robbie Lee to send this out as well, but there is a dedicated website for threat reporting that is judicial threats at gasupreme.us. Presiding Justice Warren already updated you on the security legislation that is going through. The only other thing, aside from our continuing training and meeting with the different councils of court and county commissioners, is that on May 12th, there will be a security symposium at the Georgia Public Safety Training Center. It will address threats, warning behaviors, judicial risks, the law behind the bench, which will be statutory authorities, obligations, and protections affecting judicial security, metal detectors, lessons learned, and best practices in courthouse security, off the bench, personal security awareness for judges at home and in public, and courtroom contingency planning and decision-making under pressure. This has been a refined symposium from the last one we had. We took all the comments and the input from that. I think it's going to be a real good thing. Again, it's going to be May 12th at the Georgia Public Safety Training Center. The executive directors of each class of court should have gotten that information out, but I just wanted to highlight it and thank Judge Rickman and Stan Cooper for all their work and the Judicial Security Committee for all their work in this area. And I'll take any questions, Chief, or clarifications if I need to.
Thank you, Justice. Any questions for Justice LaGrua? Seeing none, we'll move on to the Technology Committee. Justice Land or Judge Kelly?
Yes, I am standing in for the brains of the outfit, Judge Kelly, this morning, and giving the report for the Technology Committee. We met in December and January. We received updates on the ongoing case management project. We received updates on the AOC security related issues, data collection, criminal data exchange, etc. Got another meeting in March. The only real news of significance that I wanted to report is the former, or the present, I guess, ad hoc committee on AI in the courts that was chaired by Judge Kelly and Justice Henson, and I think Judge Goville was heavily involved in that as well. That committee is going to transition to a subcommittee of our Technology Committee, and Judge Kevin Morris of the Alcovey Circuit has agreed to chair that subcommittee. And as I understand it, the formation of that subcommittee is ongoing. So anybody that has a particular interest in where we go with the study on AI in the courts, I would encourage you to contact Judge Morris, share your thoughts, and express your interest if you have one, of possibly serving or being of assistance to that subcommittee. That's it from technology.
Well, thank you, Justice Land. Any questions for Justice Land? Seeing none, we'll move on. Both the ARPA Funding Committee and the Grants Committee are just going to stand on their written reports, which are in your materials, which brings us to Director Clanton and the report from the Judicial Council, AOC.
Thank you, Chief. Justices, judges, and judicial branch leaders. Chief Justice Peterson gave his first State of the Judiciary address before a joint session of the Georgia General Assembly on Wednesday, February 4th. In that speech, he highlighted the vital role of the judicial branch serving the rule of law. Both a transcript and a video recording of the Chief's speech may be found on the Supreme Court's website under the Public Information tab. While noting the core role of our courts is to decide cases before them, Chief Justice Peterson also addressed the important judicial branch policy work conducted through the many committees of the Judicial Council for which the AOC serves as staff. As an example, years of diligent work by the Standing Committee on Court Reporting Matters and Justice Land came to fruition on January 29th when the Supreme Court of Georgia approved amendments to the Uniform Superior Court rules regarding digital takedown of court proceedings. The order approving those rule changes and the rules themselves may be found on the Supreme Court's website. At the direction of the Standing Committee on Court Interpreters, the AOC staff members successfully conducted a first-of-its-kind orientation workshop in mid-December. 16 spoken language interpreters participated in a two-day event that received a strong introduction to the field of legal interpreting. Workshops included interpreter ethics in court proceedings. The program concluded with practical resources to prepare for the court interpreter certification process. The Standing Committee on Legislation, as you know, chaired by Justice Warren, is very hard at work and meets weekly throughout the legislative session to discuss pending legislation. On georgiacourts.gov, you may find our bill tracking tool and weekly legislative update published by our AOC Governmental Affairs team, pictured here, led by Deputy Director Tracy Mason. The beginning of the legislative session brings budget hearings. Pictured here are Justice Charlie Bethel, who chairs the Standing Committee on Budget, and our Chief Budget Officer, Andrew Zoll, testifying in a House Appropriations Committee hearing on behalf of the Judicial Council. We welcome Justice Land, who's going to serve alongside Judge Kelly, as you heard, as the new co-chair of the Standing Committee on Technology. Please note that the former AI Committee on Artificial Intelligence in the courts has become a permanent subcommittee of the Technology Committee and is co-chaired by Judge Kevin Morris and Judge Kelly again. To inform the work of the Standing Committee on Workload Assessment, the AOC has opened the annual caseload reporting period, which runs through March 16th. All chief judges and district court administrators are encouraged to register in that case count portal. Thank you to the 10 Judicial Council members who contributed to our Bill of Rights Day video. And they were Judge Edline, Chief Judge Harrison, Vice Chief Gobeil, Judge Hightower, Presiding Justice Warren, Chief Judge Lane, Chief Judge Brown, Chief Judge Quadra, Chief Judge Rhodes, and Chief Justice Peterson. The order of the names in that list corresponds to the amendment that they read in our video. Now, we've shared that video with social studies teachers statewide, and they have absolutely loved it. The Judicial Council is a sponsor for the Georgia Bar Media and Judiciary Conference again this year. That conference is going to take place on Friday, February 20th at the State Bar Building in Atlanta. All Georgia judges and their judicial staff are invited to attend the conference free of charge. A complimentary registration code was recently sent via email to all judges statewide. Now, if you didn't receive it and you want to go to this conference on a complimentary basis, just let me know and I'll make sure that you get the registration code. The Supreme Court Committee on Justice for Children, staffed by the AOC, was again a core sponsor of the Georgia Child Welfare Summit. That conference convenes multidisciplinary stakeholders from all over Georgia and is well attended by Georgia's juvenile court judges. Pictured here is Justice Bethel, who gave opening remarks, along with a national expert who gave a keynote address, and in the middle, AOC staff member and the director of the Court Improvement Project, Diana Johnson. The Georgia Commission on Dispute Resolution met in mid-December for a meeting that marked the conclusion of Chief Judge Cindy Morris's service as chair. The AOC provided substantial support to that meeting, especially in our communications services. Magistrate Probate Court Judges Day at the Capitol were just this week, last Wednesday. Superior Court Judge Day is February 17th, which is, I think, next Tuesday. And Municipal Court Judges Day will take place on Monday, March 23rd. We enjoy being with you on those days. Thank you to Chief Judge Christopher Ward of the Municipal Court of Atlanta, who took a break and spoke to our all-staff meeting last December. And now it's my tradition to introduce the newest members of the judicial branch family. Up first, we have Justice LaGrua's absolutely adorable new puppy, Ricochet. And here is Walker County Probate Court Judge Christy Anderson with her beautiful granddaughter, Harper. Now, as puppies are so dang cute, here's a photo of Ricochet's older sister, Pistol. Now, I didn't name these dogs, that did not want to be left out. It reminds me that it's always good to help develop and shepherd the next generation of leaders. Finally, tomorrow is Valentine's Day, so get your candy now. I wish you all precious time with the people you love tomorrow and every day. As I conclude, please remember that the AOC is a service agency. We exist to serve you, the members of the Judicial Council. Call on me anytime to support the important work you do each day as you uphold the rule of law. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Director Clanton. With that, we'll move into reports from courts, councils, and the state bar. And I'll begin with Chief Judge Trent Brown from the Court of Appeals.
We will stand on our report, Chief Justice. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief Judge. Statewide Business Court Judge Bill Hamrick has informed me that he will stand on his written report as well. And so I'll move to the Council of Superior Court Judges and Judge Paige Reese Whitaker.
Thank you, Chief Justice. We also will stand on our written report.
Thank you, Judge. Council of State Court Judges, Chief Judge Greg Sapp. Judge, if you are saying something, I'm pretty sure.
Nothing to add. Sorry about that.
Okay, very good. The way my Zoom works, I don't actually see whoever's talking unless they're actually talking. So if somebody is on mute, I often don't know. Council of Juvenile Court Judges, Chief Judge Michelle Harrison.
Thank you, Chief Justice. We will stand on our report.
Thank you, Judge. Council Probate Court Judges, Judge Scott Chastain.
Good morning, Chief Justice, and thank you. We also will stand on our report, but I do want to thank you, Chief Judge Trent Brown, Vice Chief Judge Elizabeth Gobill, the AOC staff, all of our other colleagues, and anybody that was present the other day for our probate judges day. We appreciate your attendance. Thank you.
Well, it was great to be with y'all, and it was a particularly good timing for that, as the constitutional amendment was on the floor that same day. Council Magistrate Court Judges, Chief Judge Sean Rhodes.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Chief Justice. We'll stand on our report, but I also want to reiterate the thanks to both yourself and Justice Ellington and everyone else who attended both our magistrate breakfast and, for a combined probate magistrate like myself, our lunch as well. It was also nice to be able to go in during the vote and just be able to basically see that the legislator said, because Justice Peterson told us to. So thank you so much for your State of the Judiciary.
That and $8 will get you a cup of coffee at Starbucks. Thank you very much. Appreciate y'all, and it was great to be with you as well. It's always good for our legislators to see their local judges at the Capitol. On one day, it's good for them to know we're back working the rest of the days, but at least being visible on one day so that they know that we're there and they need to care about us, which they do. Council Municipal Court Judges, Chief Judge Robert Cowan.
Chief Justice, I'm filling in for Judge Cowan. He's a little under the weather. He's on the call, but
well, thank you, Judge.
You wanted me to announce from him. Well, we'll stand on our written report. Thank you very much.
Well, very good. And Chief Judge Cowan, we hope you feel better real quick. State Bar of Georgia, President Chris Twyman.
Good morning, Chief Justice. The bar will stand on its written report.
Thank you, Mr. President. Appreciate all y'all are doing. With that, we'll move on to additional judicial branch agencies. Council of Accountability Court Judges Taylor Jones.
Good morning, Chief Justice and members of the Judicial Council. CACJ will stand on our written report for this meeting. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Taylor. Georgia Commission on Dispute Resolution, Judge Carrie Markham.
Yes, thank you, Chief Justice. We will also stand on our written report. We did want to thank the Judicial Council for its continued support of our legislative budgetary requests, and to Justice Bethel for presenting on our behalf, and to Cynthia Clanton and the AOC, particularly Andrew Zoll, for all of its help and guidance. Thank you.
Well, and Judge Markham, congratulations to you as you move into this new role chairing the commission. We know you'll do a great job, and I echo everything you just said about our great budget team. They do a remarkable job for so many different parts of the judicial branch.
Thank you.
Chief Justice's Commission on Professionalism and Ms. Carlise Greer. Carlise may be standing on her written report.
Yeah, I don't see her, Chief.
Okay. Sorry, I only have 6 tiles at one time. So Georgia Council on Court Administrators, Lindsay Mobley.
Good morning. We will stand on our written report. However, I would like to extend a special invitation to any and all of you who would like to attend our spring conference in 2.5 weeks at Chateau Elan.
Well, thank you very much, and I hope the conference goes great.
Thank you.
Institute of Continuing Judicial Education, Lynn Moore Nelson.
Good morning. We will stand on our report, and I do want to echo what Judge Markham said and thank Justice Bethel and Andrew Zoll for presenting for ICJE earlier this week. So with that, have a great Friday and Valentine's Day, everybody.
Well, thank you very much. Judicial Qualifications Commission, Courtney Veal.
Good morning, Chief, and members of the council. Good to see everybody. We don't have anything new to report, but I would echo what Ms. Nelson and Judge Markham said as far as the AOC and their team, and especially Andrew Zoll. We really appreciate all of his hard work. Hope everybody has a good weekend.
Thank you very much. And Georgia Association of Juvenile Court Clerks.
Hi, good morning. We're going to stand on our written report.
Thank you, Ms. Orr. Appreciate that. That brings us to old and new business. Does anyone have any old business? Seeing none, is there any new business? Well, in traditional form, this meeting is usually just a fairly quick series of reports, and doing it by Zoom is much more efficient than gathering everybody into a room from across the state. But I look forward to our April meeting where we will gather everyone into the room from across the state for an in-person meeting at the Nathan Deal Judicial Center. We appreciate what each of you do for the judicial system, for the people of Georgia, and for the rule of law. We know that a number of people on this call are spending a lot of time they don't have working with the legislature on both the legislative process and the appropriations process over the next few weeks. And we just thank you for all of the time and effort you're spending on that, and encourage you to remain fully coordinated with our committees. And with that, we will be adjourned until Friday, April 17th at 10 p.m. Y'all all have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Have a great weekend.
He did mean 10 a.m. Is that right?